guys. Welcome to the Diana Falzone Show on Paltalk every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm so happy to be here, as you could tell by the happy little dance Allison and I were doing
even
this
did
morning.
the dance, and usually I only mock the dance.
Yeah, which is kind of rude because I read that on blogs that you mocked my little Paltalk dance. And
Did I say it on a blog or my commenters?
Your commenters said it, and you concurred, which was a little hurtful.
I pander
Okay.
to them.
Okay, all right.
But you know that
Fair enough.
You're center of my world, and as is the dance.
As it should be. Today's going to be a really fun show. You know, it's Thursday. It's what they call pre-party day. Everybody's just excited to get to 5 o'clock and get out there and drinking. So I brought Allison the biggest lush I know.
I already started drinking. 5 a.m. When I see 5, I'm like amazed if I'm even still sober.
Well, without further ado, let me introduce my friend, also my partner in crime.
In dance. Partner in dance.
Partner in dance, Allison Rosen. Yay!
Yeah, you may not recognize me because last time you saw me, we were sitting in different chairs.
It's true.
But it's the same me.
It is the same Allison. Allison is a contributing writer to Page 6 magazine.
That's right.
Yes, and she's also on Red Eye and Fox News. Her and I have appeared together, which I think was probably their best show to date.
It was, although we were on different coasts.
We were.
Because I was in LA, yeah.
You were representing the West Coast. I was representing the East Coast. What?
Wow.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Oh, that was embarrassing.
No.
But if it was, well, then it was at Allison's. It was at Allison's poor little mistake. Anyway, we have a lot to cover and a lot of fun topics today. We're going to talk about what the heck is everyone flipping out over for Sarah Palin with her $150,000 wardrobe. You know, it takes a lot for women to look good. Right now, it's about, I don't know, 200,000 I'm wearing in non-existent jewels. But we're going to talk about that and what the big deal is. Is it the person who makes the clothes or the clothes that make the person? Because as we all know, appearance is a really big deal, and it has a lot to do with how people interpret you, think of you, and it's all about perception. Also, when you're going out on dates, are you looking at everybody's wardrobe and thinking, yeah, well, you know, he must make $50,000 a year, or he's a doucheball, or, you know, we're going to talk about how, when you're dating, your appearance makes or breaks a potential relationship. So that's all going to happen in the next hour. So be sure that if you don't have a Paltalk mic, you don't feel like you're excluded, because you're not. You can simply IM my wonderful screener, Alan, who is awesome, and he's out there screening all of your questions, so he'll send them to me, we'll talk about it and discuss. And if you do have a mic, even better, because that means that Allison and I are going to get to interact with you on a soul level. So
from your mic to our soul.
It's direct contact. So without further ado, let's get into it. Allison, yesterday,
yes.
all the blogs, all the news wires were talking about Sarah Palin's wardrobe being $150,000.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think we care? Why are people upset that this is the money that the GOP is giving and it's going to this particular cause?
Because the economy is cratering.
Good
and
word.
Thank you. And so I think that right now, when people see these gross expenditures of money, they're like, what the heck is up with that? You know, and is that really the best use of money? And I think people are just sort of obsessed with Palin right now.
They are.
But I saw something on a blog this morning about Obama's clothes. So
they're expensive
it's across
as well.
the aisle. Yeah.
Well, and that's what I think is a little interesting, is there is a double standard. If a woman, especially in a power position like Sarah Palin is in currently, if she doesn't look her best, if she looks like, as my mom would call, a ragamuffin, people are going to think she's maybe ill-equipped for the job, because if you can't dress yourself in the morning, you certainly cannot run a country.
Well, I would argue some people think that regardless. Oh, we can get into that later, though.
Oh, yes.
When we talk about yeah, okay.
Yes. But in terms of just appearance alone, what really I think, unlike other candidates in the past, like when you have Hillary Clinton, who I'm sure had a pretty penny spent on her pantsuits,
surely.
You know, in a makeover that we saw when she went from First Lady to running for Senate, Hillary Clinton, there was a tremendous makeover, which I'm sure cost a lot of money, but no one really discussed it at the time. The difference is that Sarah Palin, is more feminine, that I think that she has not bought into the fact that if you're going to be in a male leadership role that you have to almost assimilate to a male standard of dress, where she's like, I'm woman, hear me roar, check out the gams and the flowing locks. She's not
and the
cutting off
expensive rims.
Oh yes, those are hot. But I think that we also need to look at the other candidates and say, you know, Barack Obama's shoes cost like $500.
Right.
So what is the double standard here? And should we be judging Sarah Palin for having that money spent, or should we just say, well, this is a needed thing in terms of a giant popularity contest that's about to happen in November?
That is a good question.
Is it? Because I thought it was a little confusing. So.
It was a little confusing, but it's a good one. This is where I'm figuring out what I think about it.
Okay. Okay.
It's funny. I want to forgive Obama for his expensive shoes.
Yeah.
But I want to sort of make fun of her for her expensive wardrobe. No, I don't really care about the fact that she spent that much money on clothes. So I guess that's sort of that strikes me a bit as par for the course. But although it also does seem frivolous, though.